Leetcode 15, triplet sum. It's a medium problem, but it's quite easy for medium. You don't really need any advanced knowledge such as dynamic programming, graph theory, or anything like that. The only thing you need to know is what is an array, what are indices in an array, how to access elements in an array through indices, and how to use a loop, how to iterate through individual elements. And those are very basic, fundamental building blocks of programming knowledge. So you should really be familiar with them. And if you are, then this problem shouldn't be especially hard. Here is the description. Given an integer array nums, now here is the input description. We have an array of integer, a linear structure, and elements are integers. And the name of that array is nums. Return all the triplets, meaning 3 distinct elements taken from that input, nums on index I, on index j, and on index k, such that I is not equal to j, I is not equal to k, and j is not equal to k, meaning those are 3 distinct elements. You cannot just take one, for example, and use it 2 times or 3 times. And whenever you want to construct a triplet, it has to be 3 different elements, but the values can be repeated, at least in the triplet itself. And what do we want? We want to have a sum of those 3 elements equal to 0. Notice that the solution set must not contain duplicate triplets. But once you have used certain combination of values, then you cannot repeat it any more time. And here is an example. Let's copy that, since it's quite complicated, I would say, or at least there are a lot of things that are going on. Let's leave it here. That's the output, and here is some note on the output. We can put it on the side, like this. That part we can make a little bigger, and here are explanations to individual triplets. So where is the first triplet which gives 0? Here, the first element, or maybe just we will use squares. First element, the second element, and the third element. And this is that thing, which together give -1 plus 0 plus 1 equals to 0. And if we were to write it down, then we have used -1, 0, 1. Here. Let's put it here. And the second is 0 again. 1 again. And -1. And that's the second option, which gives us 0 when we sum. 0 plus 1 plus -1 gives 0. But if we try to write down what we have used 0, 1, and -1. Again, means that we have duplicate answer, and only one of them can be used at the end. And then the next option is to use, maybe let's use orange right now. This -1 plus 2 plus -1. And that's the third option which we have. And from here, we will have -1, 2, and -1. So what have we learned from that? That the order doesn't matter. When order doesn't matter, there is a good structure that we can use. Matter at hints at set whenever order does. So this and this is for us equal. Those two are the same. And that will be this first example. Now we can take a look at the second example. Second example doesn't have any triplet inside, 0, 1, and 1. There is no option to combine them to give 0. Then the last one also contains only 3 elements, and the only triplet that exists is all those 3 elements, and they sums up to 0. The sum of those 3 elements is 0. So how can we find it? What kind of algorithm can we use here? We can sort the array. In that way, we will know where are the small numbers will be close to the left side of the array, and where are the big numbers probably close to the right side of the array. If we sort the array, we can then use a set to store triplets that we have found so far, and iterate array using 3 distinct indices. And that's the whole idea. Our algorithm. Okay. This. And if we were to use that input, then after sorting, what do we get? -1 from here goes here, 0 stays, and -4 goes here. Yeah. And now we can create 3 different indices: I, j, and k. Okay. Put this node here, and I will go from 0 up to n-2, where n is the number of elements, and -2 because we also need some place for j and k. So the I will be the first one. Then j will start from I plus 1, and it will be going up until it's less than k, or k -1, and k will start at n-1, and will be going down to j plus 1. And those two will be inside an inner loop, and this one will be in an outer loop. Here we'll have an outer loop. This, and we'll show it in a second. And here inside we will have an inner loop. And with those two. That will be our inner loop. So how does it go? Let's say that let's maybe give them colors. This one will be green. This one will be blue, and this one will be orange. Down to background, like this. So we start with the green one. Yeah, and then we initialize those inside an inner loop, the blue one and the orange one. Yes. And we check all the combinations. So this is the first one that we check. -4, -1, 2. Okay, this doesn't work. We move, we move, we move up until they meet at some place. And then we move the green one and restart the process. Yeah, so the next one would be here. And this one will start here. And this one here. Yeah, and this would be the first combination that we will find, which before we explained that this one equals to 0. Yeah, -1, -1, and 2. And the next one that we will try is this one, and this also equals to 2, and so on. And then we would move I again and continue like this up until we don't have any more combinations to try. So that's more or less it. The whole algorithm is pretty simple, and we just use 2 loops, so the total complexity is O(n) squared. Let's try to write this down. We need the way to store what we have already found. We need to sort our numbers. And we need n equal to the length of numbers, and by the end we'll return found. And we have to check if we can return it like this, or we have to cast it to list of lists. But let's leave this right now. And first we have an outer loop for I in range n-2. And now j is equal to I plus 1. It's equal to n-1. And now we have different options while j is less than k. First option is that we have found and sorted. Such sum that equals 0. Maybe let's store it here. So let's store it up here, plus j plus k. And now either it's already 0, or the other option is that it's less than 0, or else we don't have to check because there are only 3 possibilities, but we can write it down that triplet sum is greater than 0. Yeah. And if so, if it's equal to 0, then we can add to our founds set of those or a couple of those 3 elements. This here. And move ball j. J goes to the right. Yeah, and k goes to the left. And if it's less than 0, then we need to move j. And if it's greater than 0, then we... Okay, so let's try and see. And type is no JSON serializable. Okay, so here we need to cast it to list triplet or triplet. And it works. So let's see. So we can use a couple tricks to speed that up. What we can do here is to break when we reach positive number on the I side. So if sorted nums the index I is greater than 0, then we know that there won't be any triplet left that we can construct, since we would need at least one negative number, and on the numbers on the right side of I are already positive. Yeah? So for sure, the sum of any triplets starting from here will always be positive. Oh, we can try this and see if this gets any better. And there is another thing that we can do. So it's slightly better is that if I is greater than 0 and sorted nums of on the index I is the same as index I plus 1, and can continue. So we don't recheck for duplicates. Let's see. Strong. Check for depth. Sorry, it should be -1 in this direction. That's why I greater than 0. And already we beat 83%. So there are a couple more speedups that we can do. We can, for example, also remove the set, since initially I thought that it will pass, but this whole thing here with hashing and converting to tuples, and here reconverting also takes some time, but it's already not bad result, but you can still speed it up significantly.